The Winggirl Method's cheat sheet for great questions to ask women. I have to be honest and tell you that I didn't create all of these questions, but I totally vouch for each of them. Some are quirky, some are cheesy, and some are pretty freaking deep. What each of these questions do have is a genuine curiosity that can help open up a conversation and start a genuine conversation. They are not boring, bland, run-of-the-mill questions. They are unique and different, which will always win you brownie points. Remember, how you say these lines are far more important than what you say. So learn these lines, have them in your back pocket, and then practice using. If you want more assistance with how to say things to women the right way, go to http://www.winggirlmethod.com and get a copy of my free book, 10 Mistakes Men Make with Women and How to Avoid Them. Here are 10 quirky questions I got from a site called NY Easy Dates that gave a list for fun and different questions to ask when speed dating. If you were a stalker, would you be really good at it? This helps you find out if he or she is determined and resourceful. 1. What would be your reaction if you were told that you had to marry the first person you ever had a crush on? Everyone has a funny first love story, too. What embarrassing incident would you absolutely refuse to tell me about? No, go on, you can tell me, I feel we've become close. If he or she tells you, and the date doesn't work out, then you can always post it on the internet. 3. Which television program would you refuse to give up for a date with me? If he or she says Fox News, it's probably not going to work out. 4. What country would you most recommend that I visit? For example, after we've broken up, and you would prefer me on the other side of the world. 5. If people were thrown in jail for bad habits, what, or who, would you be thrown in jail for? Might as well know early what these issues are. 6. When something cool happens in a movie, are you one of those who clap, or one of those who smile condescendingly at the clappers? 7. If I knew your full name, and Googled it, will I be more likely to want to date you, or less likely, or remain completely uninformed? 8. At the Olympic Games for people with excellent dating histories, would you win a medal? 9. What would be your chosen superpower? Would you use it for good or evil? Here are the 36 questions from that New York Times piece on how to fall in love in 36 questions. These questions can get pretty deep, but they are great ways to make a stronger connection on your dates and get to really see the person in front of you. 1. Given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest? 2. Would you like to be famous? In what way? 3. Before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you are going to say? Why? 4. What would constitute a perfect day for you? 5. When did you last sing to yourself? To someone else? 6. If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you want? 7. Do you have a secret hunch about how you will die? 8. Name 3 things you and your partner appear to have in common. 9. For what in your life do you feel most grateful? 10. If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be? 11. Take 4 minutes and tell your partner your life story in as much detail as possible. 12. If you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be? 13. If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know? 14. Is there something that you've dreamt of doing for a long time? Why haven't you done it? 15. What is the greatest accomplishment of your life? 16. What do you value most in a friendship? 17. What is your most treasured memory? 18. What is your most terrible memory? 19. If you knew that in 1 year you would die suddenly, would you change anything about the way you are now living? Why? 20. What does friendship mean to you? 21. What roles do love and affection play in your life? 22. Alternate sharing something you consider a positive characteristic of your partner. Share a total of 5 items. 23. How close and warm is your family? Do you feel your childhood was happier than most other people's? 24. How do you feel about your relationship with your mother? 25. Make 3 true, we statements each. For instance, we are both in this room feeling. 26. Complete this sentence. I wish I had someone with whom I could share. 27. If you were going to become a close friend with your partner, please share what would be important for him or her to know. 28. Tell your partner what you like about them, be very honest this time, saying things that you might not say to someone you've just met. 29. Share with your partner an embarrassing moment in your life. 30. When did you last cry in front of another person? By yourself. 31. Tell your partner something that you like about them already. 32. What, if anything, is too serious to be joked about? 33. If you were to die this evening with no opportunity to communicate with anyone, what would you most regret not having told someone? Why haven't you told them yet? 34. Your house, containing everything you own, catches fire. After saving your loved ones and pets, you have time to safely make a final dash to save any one item. What would it be? Why? 35. Of all the people in your family, whose death would you find most disturbing? Why? 36. Share a personal problem and ask your partner's advice on how he or she might handle it. Also, ask your partner to reflect back to you how you seem to be feeling about the problem you have chosen. All of these questions are simply meant to be guides to help you discover your own set of questions. You have to figure out the things you want to know. Use these to create your own template that goes with you and your personality. If you want more assistance with how to say things to women the right way, go to http://www.winggirlmethod.com and get a copy of my free book 10 Mistakes Men Make with Women and How to Avoid Them.